AOC. People love Jasmine Crockett. People love Eric Swalwell and the like. And I think that the Democratic Party should put the people out there who the people want. They should put the politicians out there who the people want, who they're asking for, who are meeting the moment with the same energy that
they're not asking for AOC.
Yes, they are.
The people you party with
No. The people I party with don't like AOC.
Oh, please.
No, they don't at all.
Well, most people don't.
But
she's
AOC,
very far left.
Let me tell you why I'm saying that.
Is this. When I first became a public defender, I had no criminal defense experience. And I walked in and I told my boss, Charlie, I said, listen, you should hire me. He said, why? I said, because I'm black. Charlie looked at me like I was crazy.
Person Crockett is part of the new trend where informality is okay, where formality used to reign. Okay, fine, that's been going.
A podcaster talks or some shit. Fuck it, man. Can you imagine, I don't know, Obama saying, oh, man, dude, this shit is whacked and fuck it. Slap me, I'm fucking over it. I mean, come on.
Bill Maher just tore into Jasmine Crockett, mocking her style as more TikTok podcaster than serious lawmaker. In a recent interview, Maher didn't hold back. He called out what a lot of people have been thinking. The Democratic Party is falling into the wrong hands. He made it crystal clear, prioritizing the loudest voices over the smartest minds is dragging the party into decline, and this wasn't some offhand remark. He broke it all down, step by step, highlighting how Crockett and AOC's presence, it feels more like a performance than real politics. We'll dive into the full breakdown in a second, but first, let's take a closer look at what he really meant when he said that.
Have trans people filming us in the bathroom. How many of these trannies are taking selfies? These men are taking selfies in women's spaces, in the bathroom. It's gross, it's disgusting. So if we're gonna talk about civil rights, let's talk about the rights of women in this country and how you are stripping them away every single day. And you're doing it in your legislation, you're doing it in your messaging, you're doing it on X. You're making women feel unsafe in this country. And you're making the opportunity for women and girls to be raped, to be sexually abused in this country, even greater than they've ever been. So don't come over here with your attitude and talk to me about rights when you're trying to take my rights as a woman, a rape survivor, away. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I yield back.
And this woman, she's not holding back one bit. She's calling out Jasmine Crockett directly and delivering every ounce of truth without hesitation. Just listen to how clearly and confidently she breaks it down. No fluff, no sidestepping, just straight up facts. But get ready, because the moment Crockett responds, she does what she always does. Escalates the drama, deflects the blame, and completely misses the point.
How we got there, because I tried to make it clear how many civil rights, it doesn't just boil down to one conversation, but I can see that somebody's campaign coffers really are struggling right now. So she gonna keep saying trans so that people will feel threatened. And child, listen, I want y'all to tell me whether or
Do
not
call me a child. I am no child.
I want
Don't
to
even
find
start.
out
I am a grown
which
woman.
of those
I'm 47 years
emails
old. I have broken
actually
more
have.
glass ceilings than you
Chairman,
ever
I
will.
am reclaiming my
Let's go.
time.
You will not do that. I
Order.
am not a child.
I am reclaiming my time.
If you want to take it outside,
Mr. Chairman, the committee is not in order.
Order.
Point of order.
Order. Chair recognizes Ms. Crockett.
No, point of order, Mr. Chairman.
State your point.
Is it allowed in the rules for a member to incite violence against another member? I mean, she said she wants to take it outside with.
Hey, I have the First Amendment right too,
and
young
so
man.
I'd like those words to be
I'm not
taken
gonna be
down.
a child.
I am
I'm not
moving
gonna
to
be
have
called a
those
child
words
by
taken
any
down.
of you.
I believe it's against the rules.
Going outside doesn't incite violence. You should have a conversation that isn't.
The committee will
interrupting this
suspend.
committee.
The member will state the words he wishes taken down.
This right here is exactly how a 40-year-old woman talks when she thinks she's leading. But honestly, it's just embarrassing. It shows plain and simple. If the Democrats keep heading down this road, it's only going to create an even bigger mess for the entire country. Now, after watching that whole situation unravel, let's check in on our good old buddy Don Lemon. And trust me, he didn't stand a chance. When Bill Maher came at him with the truth, Don got absolutely wrecked.
AOC. People love Jasmine Crockett. People love Eric Swalwell and the like. And I think that the Democratic Party should put the people out there who the people want. They should put the politicians out there who the people want, who they're asking for, who are meeting the moment with the same energy that
they're not asking for AOC.
Yes, they are.
The people you party with
No. The people I party with don't like AOC.
Oh, please.
No, they don't at all.
Well, most people don't.
But
she's
AOC,
very far left.
Let me tell you why I'm saying that. Because because people will vote for AOC and Donald Trump on the same ticket. Because they're authentic. No, because they're authentic.
I don't think that Don.
I think you're wrong about that.
What people like about people like Trump and Fetterman is because it's irrelevant to her life.
But you don't know her life.
I know that being a gorgeous woman who I wouldn't even know was Hispanic in a city that has 1 million Hispanics and does not treat them badly.
But that doesn't mean she doesn't struggle. That doesn't mean that she was set down.
It implies it.
But that doesn't mean that she was set down in a Hispanic ghetto in the Bronx and had to deal with that growing up, and that she's come from a working class family.
It implies that it implies that in some way she's behind the 8 ball because of that, and it's just not true. And so
I don't know if she's behind the 8 ball, but I don't think she's as privileged as many people who are in Congress right now.
Is that privileged or not? She was a bartender.
Yeah.
You know, so I was a delivery boy.
But I'm saying sometimes, Bill, you don't agree with Donald Trump's policies.
No.
But that's what the people want.
Some of them.
Whether you like her or not, I don't like what she did with Amazon in New York. But I think AOC she's a Democratic icon.
Well, she's the wrong. If you think that's the direction the country, the Democratic.
I'm not saying the policies that she espouses that's the direction, but I'm saying that you have to give the people who are out front speaking for the party, not the people who are.
If you think
she's evolving,
yeah, she's evolving, and as we all are,
and she is moving into
right.
She understands the game a little bit more, and if you notice, she is sort of becoming a sort of normal kind of Democrat in many ways.
Yes.
I think she's a
okay, great.
She's a very smart tactic. She's very smart.
Let's get behind that. Another one.
I can confidently say Don Lemon might be the most out-of-touch person CNN has ever put on air. The way he constantly ignores the facts and keeps blindly hyping up the so-called greatness of these figures just highlights how far the Democrats have drifted. It's clear. They haven't learned a thing, and let's be real, even people close to Jasmine Crockett don't actually want to see these clowns in power. They just won't say it out loud.
We have right now is that if we continue down this road, then we will not have a rule of law, because we have people that are currently serving and they're saying things like, ignore the judge's order. What it means to have law and order in this country is that you follow the order and you go through the appeals process, even if you dislike what the judge did. Thank you. And
I'm going to note that when Miss Ocasio-Cortez, or AOC as we know her, filed articles of impeachment on Justice Thomas and Alito, Ms. Crockett was one of the co-sponsors along with Mr. Cohen, both members of this committee. It does seem interesting that when the shoe is on the other foot, everyone is self-righteous.
Wow.
And I think this is a good example. For the last 3 hours, I have had to listen to one side talking about impeachment as though it was the nature of this hearing. It is.
Yes, we're tired of the same recycled agenda the left has been pushing for decades. Each time it only brings more chaos instead of real solutions. It's time to put an end to it. Just listen to how this man completely tore Don Lemon apart after Bill Maher asked him about Jasmine Crockett. The response wasn't just honest, it was brutal, sharp, and exactly what needed to be said.
Is part of the new trend where informality is okay, where formality used to reign. Okay, fine. That's been going on since the 60s. So her routine is that she wants to bring a little bit of what I might quaintly call the ghetto catfight into these spaces. I get it, bring a blaxploitation movie or something into Congress. Great, work it. But you do not make fun of the fact that somebody lives their life in a wheelchair. That doesn't work. If she thinks that being black and fabulous gives her a pass on that, then she's got a really unfortunate sense of what black is.
Well, what do you think, Ricky?
I think.
And just to remind everyone, they're doing all this to win over young voters, but Gen Z isn't buying it. They're not voting for them because these folks are missing a basic concept, common sense.
Just an example of when they go low, we go lower. And the Democratic Party is going to lose if they try to use kind of MAGA world tactics back at them. I think that if the Democrats want to succeed in the future, they need to be the party that is normal, that are stand-up people, that do not take the cheap shots back.
But I don't know. I'm not that upset about it. I'm really not. You know why? Because I'm a big fan of Family Guy. And they have... Am I wrong? Every week. I mean, one of the characters, Joe the cop, is in a wheelchair, and every week there's 20 jokes about him being in a wheelchair, and nobody died. And like, I just think everybody has to, like, lighten up a little. Yeah, it's terrible to be in a wheelchair, but, you know, it's not like it's news to him. And I don't know. I'm a free speaker.
I adore Family Guy. I've seen every episode. But that wasn't a cartoon. This is real life, and she was saying it with dismissive hostility, as opposed to the cartoonish, we can get away with it because we're drawn. Jasmine Crockett is not drawn, and neither is Abbott. I see a distinction, although I see what you mean.
Okay, all right.
He doesn't want to upset the Democrats, which is why he's trying to present both sides. However, those two individuals are speaking the truth, and there's nothing left for him to argue. Just watch these videos where he proves to the world that it's the end for the Democrats.
Quote I thought was apropos of what's going on the left. And by the way, if you watch the speech, I saw mostly the clips of it, and mostly it was people in the audience, the guy with the cane, people with, like, paddles. Oh, there's the cane dude. And then there's, okay, we're you know, here's our pussy hat uniform. And these, you know, looks like you're at a auction signs. I mean, it was, John Fetterman called it a sad cavalcade of self-owns and unhinged petulance. I love him. I thought he should run last week. The Democrats seem so lost. And here's Jasmine Crockett, who is, I thought, a big leader in the Democratic Party. Her quote is, "This is a terrible nightmare. Somebody slap me and wake me the fuck up because I'm ready to get on with it." On with what would be my first question. And also, this is the way this is like how a podcaster talks or some shit. Fuck it, man. Can you imagine, I don't know, Obama saying, man, dude, this shit is whack and fuck it. Slap me, I'm fucking over it. No, I mean,
it's honestly disappointing to see women who wear pink but still don't stand up for other women. I won't say much more. Drop your thoughts in the comments, and if you agree, don't forget to like and subscribe.